Please be advised, this podcast is not suitable for all audiences. Graphic and disturbing audio is used to help describe our content. Violence, rape, and murder is the subject of our stories, so please be advised. This is your warning.
1, 2, 3, 4.
In the quiet, small-town community of Kaufman, Texas, Eric Lyle Williams was a man who seemed to have it all. Born in Azle, Texas in 1967, he was a Boy Scout and a graduate of Texas Christian University, where he honed his discipline in the Reserve Officers Training Corps. A lawyer by trade, he married Kim Williams, a Dallas native with a vibrant personality, in 1998. By 2010, Eric had risen to the role of Justice of the Peace for Precinct 1, an elected position that made him a respected figure in the county where everyone knew each other. But beneath his well-rounded demeanor simmered a grudge that would unravel into one of the most shocking crime sprees in Texas history. A tale of revenge and cold-blooded murder that terrified this small town. It all began with a seemingly trivial act, the theft of 3 computer monitors. In 2011, just months into his tenure as Justice of the Peace, Eric was caught on surveillance camera taking monitors from a county IT storage room. To him, it wasn't theft. He was frustrated by the county's outdated technology and believed he needed better equipment to work efficiently. He'd even requested funds for a video conferencing network, only to be denied by District Attorney Mike McLeland. But the law saw it differently. Prosecutors Mike McLeland and Assistant District Attorney Mark Hassey, both seasoned and respected, took the case personally. They prosecuted Eric, and in March 2012, a jury convicted him of burglary and theft. The consequences were devastating. Eric lost his job, his law license was suspended, and his reputation was shattered. He was sentenced to probation, but the humiliation festered within. Eric, who long maintained his innocence, claimed he was set up by a corrupt system. To Eric, McLeland and Hassey weren't just prosecutors. They were the architects of his downfall. He began to obsess, nursing a grudge that grew into a deadly vendetta. According to Kim, Eric started planning revenge the moment his conviction was handed down. Inspired by the town square scene in a movie Tombstone, he created a hit list. And at the top were the 2 men who had taken everything from him: Mark Hassey and Mike McLeland. On January 31st, 2013, the quiet streets of Kaufman were shattered by gunfire. Mark Hassey, 57, was walking to the courthouse when a figure dressed in black, wearing a mask and a bulletproof vest, approached him in broad daylight. Eric, as Kim later confessed, was the trigger man. He shot Hassey multiple times at point-blank range, killing him instantly. Kim, waiting in a getaway car they had bought days earlier, drove them away as panic gripped the town. Eric was elated, even cocky, watching news coverage of the murder that evening. He'd killed one enemy and gotten away with it, but he wasn't done. 2 months later, on Easter weekend, Eric struck again. This time, he targeted Mike McLeland, 63, and his wife Cynthia, 65, in their home in Forney. The couple was gunned down in a brutal, methodical attack. Eric, dressed as a policeman to gain their trust, shot Mike and Cynthia multiple times. Kim, again the accomplice, was parked nearby, ready to flee. Cynthia, who wasn't on Eric's list, was deemed collateral damage. shot because she was a witness. The audacity of the murders, a district attorney and his wife killed in their own home, sent shockwaves across Texas and the nation. Prosecutors nationwide feared for their safety, and early theories pointed to white supremacist gangs or drug cartels, but the truth was far closer to home. Investigators initially struggled to connect the dots, but Eric's meticulous planning began to unravel. A friend from the Texas National Guard tipped off police about a storage unit Eric had rented under his name. When authorities searched it, they found a chilling arsenal, tactical gear, fake police badges, thousands of rounds of ammunition, jars of homemade napalm, and a white Ford Crown Victoria matching the car seen at both crime scenes. Surveillance footage showed the car in the vicinities during the murders. Ballistic evidence linked ammunition in the storage unit to the McLeland killings, and a live round matched the weapon used. The noose was tightening. The final blow came from Kim herself. On April 17, 2013, after hours of interrogation, she broke down and confessed. She admitted to driving the getaway car for Hassie's murder and being a passenger during the McLeland killings. She described Eric's excitement, his cold precision, and how he'd planned every detail, even practicing the McLeland murders the night before. Kim's confession led police to Lake Tawakoni, where they recovered a mask, a cell phone, and a gun, corroborating her story. Eric was arrested the next day, charged with capital murder, and held on a $23 million bond. Kim faced a $10 million bond and capital murder charges of her own. The trial moved to Rockwall County due to intense media coverage, had the eyes of the country watching. Eric, disbarred in 2014, maintained his innocence, claiming he was framed, but the evidence was overwhelming. The storage unit, the ballistic matches, Kim's testimony, and even computer data showing Eric had used the TOR network to send threatening messages to Crime Stoppers. On December 4, 2014, after a 3-day trial, Eric was found guilty of the capital murders of Mike and Cynthia McLeland. During the penalty phase, Kim took the stand, painting Eric as a maniacal monster who planned to kill 2 more judges. The jury agreed, sentencing him to death by lethal injection on December 17th. Kim, pleading guilty, received a 40-year sentence after testifying against her husband. Their divorce was finalized in 2018, with Kim expressing regret for not intervening sooner. Today, Eric Lyle Williams sits on death row at the Pulaski unit in West Livingston, Texas, still appealing his sentence. His latest attempt, a 169-page federal appeal filed in 2024, argues his defense was unprepared and cites alleged brain damage and a biased trial. Kim, serving her sentence, has spoken from prison, detailing the chilling events to journalists like Catherine Casey, who chronicled the case in her book In Plain Sight. The Kaufman County murders remain a stark reminder of how a single grudge can spiral into unimaginable horror, leaving a community and a nation reeling. Thanks for listening, and tune in for the next story from The Law Is Mine. If there's a story that you would like to hear, please comment and also give us your thoughts and comments on this story. We would love to hear it. Thanks again.